We evolve over time, meaning linear time, from year to year, from decade to decade. That's how we evolve as individuals, but also as a society, as a civilization. We evolve over time. We can look at things and see how it looked quite different 100 or several hundred years ago, and it doesn't look that way today because we evolved during that time. But then there are these other times where we move through periods as we're in right now that it looks really crazy. Are we really evolving, or is the world falling apart? Is what's happening? Why are we feeling so uncomfortable? I published a message today on my site, Any Advice for Today, .com, said, don't be alarmed, because see, you might be experiencing a lot of fear, a lot of doubt, a lot of uncertainty. That's your ascension. That means that you're evolving and moving to a higher state of understanding or consciousness of who you are. That's a lot of times really uncomfortable. We move through the dark nights of the soul, some of us. And many people will not even notice that happening, but there are a lot of people now who are thinking, wait a minute, something has happened in the world and I'm really afraid, and something has happened in my life. Don't become alarmed, because you are evolving. This is why I opened my Ascension Circle, because I wanted to give people more information and more guidance and more support and help, because I've done this. I've done so much of this, and so I do understand. And the wonderful thing that happens is when you start to take this journey of self-discovery, self-actualization, and then ascension, you heal, and you heal things that you can't even believe you could have done. And I can say this because that's what's happened. And I'm going to figure out how I'm going to put this out there, but I will leave all of this work. I'm going to call it maybe Wilhelm healed my life, because that's what's happened. Because the only way I could have done the things I've done or healed myself from really crazy, crazy stuff was because of the work that I received from Wilhelm. It's consciousness. We all have it. And we have to decide if we're going to reach that next level, higher level of understanding within us to live the kinds of lives that we want to have. But then also, when we do that, we contribute to the world in a different way. And this is the period that we're in right now. I did a interview yesterday, and it will be premiered on the 22nd. I'd love all of you to hear it. I'll post the link in this video, because there is a link that you can go and register to hear it. And it was about our planetary ascension, because that is what's happening now. And all the information and the work that I received from Wilhelm gave me this guidance. And there's another crazy thing that happens with the work I've received. It came through on different times, but it was also relating to the changes that would be happening on our planet, the changes astrological and the galaxies changing, all that stuff. It happens on certain dates, and the information I received came through in that way. Understanding that we will accept so much in our consciousness just a bit at a time. And so when you look at that message, it's called Don't Become Alarmed, but you see it's different dates over decades, a couple of decades anyway, because that's how the information came through. And my guide Wilhelm says, well, if we put them on the same day, maybe you will pay attention. What's happening now is that each of us are meant to move to this next level of who we're meant to become, and then we heal. And as unbelievable as it sounds, it works. I was talking about this the other day, and I will put something else out about it. I was talking about Louise Hay, because she wrote the book, You Can Heal Your Life, understanding that mind-body connection. That's an alignment that we can come to. And when we get that alignment, we've moved through our trauma. We've moved through our generational trauma, and it's different for every single person. But what happens is all kinds of things start to heal. Consciousness, your body, and I have all of those stories. There was one I recorded a while ago. You can find it. It's called How I Cured My Cluster Headaches, because I was told that that was impossible. that there was no cure. And I'm telling you, there is a cure. It was the same thing I was told when there was a condition, spasmodic dysphonia, which affects your voice where you can't talk. And people said, there's no cure. I said, yes, there is, because it's a neurological thing. And once you understand your neuroscience of who you are, you can heal it if you choose to do that. I'm not saying everyone will do this, because most of us will not maybe take the time and effort to cause this kind of actualization, but it can be done. And so the more of us who do that, we will also see a very different world. But please listen to the presentation. Like I said, it'll be April 22nd, and I'll put a link in this video so you can check it out. And please join my Ascension Circle. You'll get much more information there. And if it's your first time here on this channel, please subscribe and share it with others, because I'm going to continue to give as much empowering, hopeful information as we move through this transition, because it's going to be for a little while. All right. See you guys soon.